Right, I'm going to start recording now anyway, so we can use this stuff. Laurie, do you like Laurie's eyes, Marty?
Holy, what happened to the left one?
Right,
Yep, got that there.
All right.
My screen reads, right,
so anyway, we'll just go through it and make sure that we've got everything. So the introduction.
excuse me.
Welcome everyone. This is lockdown. No, we're not ready. Not ready yet. Right, welcome everyone. A special lockdown edition of the closeout. This is our first closeout for 2020. So obviously a little bit different. You can see we're all here. Just I'm the only one with a background, a virtual background here. This isn't the first time that we've done a technologically, I don't know, we'll say enhanced lockdown. This is actually the third one. I was in Hanma, Marty was in Samoa, and Laurie was the only person in Christchurch. Files for that never got published, unfortunately. And then we had a second one where we used Marty while he was over. I think you were in China, weren't you, Marty?
Yeah, I was in China that time, yeah.
And yeah, so it was nice and easy for us at home in Christchurch, but yeah, you found that a little bit tough. Anyway.
There we go.
Yeah, so we'll just go through some of the sort of news that's been happening for people. Winter Club update we'll have first. So entries have all come in from teams of what they're planning to enter in 2020. And good news is we're up pretty much across the board. 176 teams have entered or said they're intending to enter in our midweek and weekend stuff here. And so just to give you guys at home, guys and ladies at home, that's a jump up from last year, 166 teams. And then if we go back 10 years, we only had 78 teams. So we've gone up 98 teams in a 10-year span, just to show sort of the growth of the game.
Pretty impressive.
It definitely is. Hopefully we have close to all of those teams actually can come through healthy once we finish this lockdown and have a season to play. So, yeah, it's growing bigger and bigger, and yeah, nice, good news for us. Unfortunately, none of us are playing at the moment with other people outside our bubble.
Yeah, that is correct, James. Right. Now we're going to just have a quick chat, just to update everyone. I'm sure people have seen that the Wildcats have been pulled from the 2020 Sales NBL. I believe they're not the only team to do so. But we wanted to take a minute to recognise the players and staff that have so far been involved in that Wildcats squad. So we want to recognise Asia Bepe, Ashley Strawbridge, Deanna Kuzmanek, Emma Trolliv, Fran Edmondson, Helen Matthews, Lauren Hippolyte, Marita Davidova, Masumi Yamada, Rosalia Samia, Sapphire Wido, Shay Crotty, Sophia Kennedy, Sophie Adams, and Tessa Morrison as players in the squad. And then coaches Dean Robinson and Vicky Cowley, and the Wildcats were going to be managed by the wonderful manager Mindy Morrison. And the Caracol's coach for 2020 was Josh Thompson. So just a little bit of recognition for those players and people involved in the Wildcats who unfortunately will not be taking the court this season.
Yeah, great job pronouncing Caracol's. It was a word I'd never heard until that team was announced.
Yeah, I mean, you could say a lot of different things there, but it does help that Rebecca Moon actually Googled it one day, and we had a look at a picture of what a Caracol was also.
Yes.
Big cat with great ears. Good look. Anyway, look it up.
Exactly. On to Marty's minute for this week. So during the basketball season, we normally have a section, or we do have a section called Marty's Minute, and we go through clips and discussion of maybe a play or maybe a rule that sort of happened throughout the week. So what we need to do, what we sort of go through is it's all about a bit of a discussion, going through what we need to, what we're trying to focus on for the week, and also maybe a call or something that we need to discuss. So this week we're not going to do anything, obviously, with no basketball going on, but just a little toast of what's to come later in the season. So when the season's up and running, we'll definitely get into that properly. So yes, Laurie.
Also, did you just say a little toast of what was to come, not taste? I believe.
Yes, correct.
Toast.
The banana and Evie distracted me, so
yeah.
it was supposed to be tasty.
Right,
yes.
Good job.
I'll try and get my kids to crash the party as well, I think.
Yeah. Good.
All right, next thing here, onto Glory League. So obviously no Glory League game of the week at the moment, but a little bit of Glory League news. The new 4K cameras have been installed at Cal Stadium. So there were a couple of games that did get captured with these, and obviously the final view that you guys will see at home is not quite up to that quality, but much, 4 times the resolution of what we had last season. A few clips here from 1 week of midweek we got to use them for, and I think 1 round of mini ball they were also in place for. So you can see those, and once we get back up and running, just give you an idea of the quality and improvement we have there. So I think it was Cert that gave us the funding for that, and obviously Glory League for sourcing the new cameras and getting them down to us to install.
Yeah. Okie doke. We're going to move on to some BBNZ tournament updates. So for those of you that aren't aware, the under 19, under 23 and tertiary competitions and tournaments have been cancelled for 2020. Currently, under 15s and under 17s have been postponed. They will be given 3 months notice of when those tournaments would go ahead. So there is still some hope around our basketball fixtures for national stuff. School qualifying and nationals is still currently scheduled for the normal time of year, and we will keep you updated if that changes at all. So for the under 15, 17 and 19 rec teams, if you're interested in knowing, even though the teams can't train at the moment, if you want to know who made those teams, just check out the Rep Academy Facebook page for the 15s, 17s and 19s, and all the players and coaches that are involved in that are listed on there. And I know those players currently have workouts to do, so they're still putting in a lot of work at home.
Yeah, so well done to all of them. It's a tough position for them all to be in at the moment, but we do want to congratulate them for making the teams, and we'll obviously we'll find out about the same time as everyone else when they'll be able to play next against other places from around. Impact that does have on weekend club basketball from this. Obviously, we had gaps in the July holidays to account for this. Now that those 15s and 17s tournaments are definitely not happening before the end of July, that pretty much opens that up. And we're unsure, but highly likely to be travel restrictions around New Zealand at that time. We're sort of looking at opening up that area that time of the year to have club basketball as well. So sort of at the moment, our best guess is sort of an early June start and then finishing considerably later. There we go. I've got some people crashing my screen as well. So my sons will be finishing considerably later than what we initially planned, which was the end of August. So end of September, maybe sometime in October, but definitely want to finish before exams are starting up for teams, for schools and universities and things like that. But obviously it's until we know what's safe to do and what else is happening around the country, we've got to kind of make the best guesses at the moment, and we'll communicate that once we know.
Awesome. There's a toast of things to come. One good thing about the lockdown is the amount of ideas that people are sharing online at the moment with sort of the basketballs and what they've been doing. So we've got an article on our website with some of these free ones spotlighted. So we've got our hoops classes on Mondays and Fridays. We've got our Gators Club. We've got Pioneer. We've got Home Court. Michaela Cox is sharing some stuff as well, and also junior NBA stuff as well. So no shortage of things to do during this time. I know people might be getting a little bit bored around home and things like that. So definitely go check out our website and see some of the stuff that you can sort of do while you got a bit of free time during this lockdown.
Yeah, I've got to thank Laurie as well for she's been sort of the person.
Yeah, absolutely.
Those hoops ones, I think, for under 7s on Fridays and 7 to 9-year-olds on Mondays. I think I've got the
the wee kids are on Mondays. Actually, I just got my sister just sent me the next round of that, and the kids are obviously getting a bit anxious because there's a wee bit of pushing and shoving in this one.
Oh, yeah. Good. Can't wait to see it.
Some coaching pointers in the next one. How to deal with it when your kids.
How would you deal with your children when the older child pops the younger child in the face? Yeah, stuff like that.
There's a bit of parent management in there as well.
Yeah, she does a great job though. She's a teacher, so she's doing really well with that stuff for me. So thank you, Beth Keane.
Excellent.
Oh, I'm up there anyway.
Yes,
actually, maybe I should just call my son, see if he can jump on the call, and then we're all complete for having families in. But right, what I'm talking about is we're going to do some plays of the week. Obviously, they're not taking place on the court during a game, but as you can see here, Lauren Hippolyte from Lincoln University and current Wildcat player goes off the garage behind the back, and nothing but net there for Loz. So well played, Lauren.
Yeah, and it looked
Awesome.
extremely easy for her. So I wonder how many takes that actually took her. Like,
I'm sure just one, James.
yes,
I'm sure
right.
yeah.
Yeah, same with my one. I think is from the Dalton family up in North Harbour. So they have 3 amazing trick shots in this sequence, and like we said, I don't know how many takes this would have taken, but everyone's going to say it's on the first one anyway. So
Exactly.
I'm sure, pretty impressive sequence there.
Yeah, my one, I'll tell you guys, this wasn't on the first take. We spent about the light failed the night before, and then finished off the following day when the weather was much, much nicer. This is my 2 sons here. One bouncing on the trampoline, threw the ball over the hedge fence towards the hoop, and the other one had to throw his ball up and bounce it in, which, yeah, it's a few moving parts. So it looks quite easy when they actually did it, but took a very long time to do this, and they were pretty happy when they pulled it off at the end.
They were happy. Are you the person that's yelling in it? I'm going to say you were quite happy there, James.
Yes, I definitely was as well. I mean, I could stop climbing up the ladder to film it as well and get the different angle, and then they learn a bit of video editing afterwards. So, you know.
The slow-mo yell that you do on there is the greatest thing I'd heard that week.
Oh, yeah!
It was really good.
Outstanding. Moving on to another slightly different topic now. So we're going to be going through the next wee while. Might not be on the closeout here, but I'll be on other platforms. We're going through our favourite sports movie. And for me, it is this one right here, Coach Carter. Fantastic movie. Recommend it to anyone. Can go and watch it. It's got life lessons in it. Certainly got some stuff that players can think of about being good teammates and things like that. And it's just a really, really good watch. So go and check that one out.
Who doesn't love Samuel L. Jackson?
Right?
Exactly.
Snakes on a plane.
Why is he only remembered for snakes on a plane? But well.
It's just the catchphrase from that, which we probably can't.
Yeah. No, we won't. No, we won't. But I'll get the explosion emoji in front of my face again. Yeah.
Well, anyway, that's wrapping up our special week 1 edition of 2020 here. We may actually have a proper number 1 once the season starts, but we'll be back when there's enough news to sort of reshare with you. But just thank you for everyone in the Canterbury basketball community and the wider community of basketball players in New Zealand and across the world for just doing what they can to help fight the spread of this disease. And, you know, by all accounts, New Zealand's leading the way and doing a fantastic job. But, you know, still a few things that people can be doing better. So good job, good effort.
Stay safe, stay home.
Stay home, save lives.
Good job, good effort. See you next time.
See you, everyone. Thank you very much, team.